Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's your boy Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And you guessed it. We got yet another amazing guest this morning. I don't know how we do it. I don't know where they all come from. They come from our community. They come from a amazing group of like-minded individuals from all over the world. In this case, this morning, this gentleman was originally from the Philippines, currently living in Canada. Let's hear what he's got going on. Paulus, how you doing, my friend?
Hi, David. So nervous right now.
Oh man, let's loosen you up a little bit, buddy. You know what? I tell people when they're nervous, I say it's because you give it crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm glad
maybe.
that it's an important thing that you feel. That this is an important thing enough to be nervous for. That makes me feel honored. So I'm nervous all the time. A little bit of sweat, dripping from who knows where on me any time of the day. So you don't worry. We'll be nervous and anxious together, my friend. Okay. Are you calling in from Canada
Yes, I am right now.
and originally from the Philippines? I was correct there.
Yes, it is.
Well, how did you find Legendary Marketer? What were you looking for, my friend?
I've been a lot in like different kind of businesses. So I was thinking, I really need to find something that really, that what really my passion is, and it's gonna be like easy for me to understand something. And I was just scrolling around in face, I think like in Facebook, and I see you, in that one, and then I just press that one and join.
Yeah, man. Wow. Wow. So, is this the first time you've ever done anything online, or have you done certain things in the past?
Um, yes, I did. I joined a lot of business, like I said before. I joined drop shipping. I don't what do you call that? The print. I forget the other one.
Print
And
on demand?
yeah, print on demand. I even do the stocks or something like that. A lot. Even door to door, selling products directly.
Wow, man. And you're currently in a customer service or customer support role, is that right?
Customer support worker. It's like a caregiver.
Yeah, okay. Wow. So what's your motivation for doing this? I mean, what is your why? Why are you looking what are you looking for? Are you looking for more money? Are you looking for more time? What's driving your heart and your mind to pursue this?
Actually, me and my wife, we don't have any kids yet, but if in case we don't have, we are trying, or I always motivated because of her. So because I want to set ourselves for the future. We've been working so hard in our life, like even in our younger years up to now. We want I want to have something that we could do when we get retired. I want to set it up right now. I want to do everything that I could while at home, while at with her, and I want to spend more time.
Mm, So it's really you're motivated by love.
Yeah.
Motivated by love, brother. I can tell
Mhm.
you're on fire for your wife.
Oh,
You
thank
really
you.
love her, huh?
Yes, I really do.
That's wonderful, brother. That's beautiful. So, how did the pandemic affect you in being in a customer service role? What did that teach you about about job security? How did that change your viewpoint about the need to make money? And that just what did you take away from that experience, and how has that added to or motivated you more or changed your perspective about having your own business?
Okay, when the pandemic starts, especially we are in the medical field, the personal support worker, so it's kind of scary when the pandemic starts. We don't know what to do. Me and my wife talked like, are we gonna retire or are we gonna quit our jobs? Because we really don't know what's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be like the last year of our lives, something like that. So, but we always keep on talking. Are we gonna are we gonna quit or are we gonna continue? But
Mm,
where are we gonna get our bread and butter? Like what we're gonna do? How we gonna earn money while at home? So I think that's also drive us to start and look for something that we could um, do while at home. Even though we still continue working, but it's really hard.
So the pandemic, was that when you started to try different online things like the drop shipping and stuff like that? Was that around that time?
Yes, that's the time.
Okay, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
And so, so you tried a few things, and what is exciting you about Legendary Marketer? What is exciting you about what you're doing here, what we're teaching, and how is it different from things that you've tried in the past?
Different things in the past. You are on your own. It's like they giving you all the stuff, but you have to do it by yourself. No one's gonna teach you by what you're gonna do next or what you're gonna do this. And doing the like the drop shipping, I've been I've been scammed for like twice or three times already. So because I don't know what to do. But in Legendary, I experienced like what you said before. You did that kind of job when you go to door, and I was thinking like, oh, I'm like Dave. Whatever he did in the past just to in order to learn more or to have a life, no, that's me. And all those people that already succeed in Legendary, I want to do that one. I want to be like them. So that I think that's the one that encouraged me to do more for Legendary.
So are you benefiting from the support of the community and seeing other examples and seeing other people, having people that are sort of peers that you feel like you can learn from as well?
A lot, a lot. They teach a lot, even though yeah, we are all in different walks of life. But
Right.
I see some that really connected on me. You know what I mean? My past, like
Yeah.
being a hard worker and you don't know where to get like an extra money or thinking why can I be in their shoes, like what they are just spending their time with their family but they're still earning money.
Yeah. So let's talk let's talk about this manifesting thing. You know, you touched on that in your when we asked you to fill out the questionnaire when we invited you on the show, and of course we've titled this show about manifesting things being sort of the key to change, the key to changing your life, the key to changing things in your life. Say more about that. Tell us what that means to you.
Manifesting things to change is being a positive mind, thinking, oh, if I really want to be in their shoes and I want to be succeed like them, I have to manifest it right now. I have to tell myself that yes, I can do it. I'm gonna be successful as like them. It's really easy and it's hard also on the other part because maybe it's gonna be like easy for me, but I can say um it's also hard in the way of oh, I'm already feeling exhausted. I'm already feeling stressed in my work, but still have to have a positive mind that I'm gonna focus on this one. I have to do this one. I have to be like them. And I already thinking like oh, I'm already part of the Legendary. I'm already successful.
Mm, mm.
I have to continue.
Now, how is that different from how you used to think?
Like
Did you always have that sort of a mindset, or is this something that you've really developed and worked on recently?
my wife always told me like if I see something new and if I see something really makes me interest, I never stop. I can't even sleep. Every time I watch the video and these people are coming around like, oh no, I want to be like that. Oh, I want to do that one. Oh, I can't sleep. I'm never I I can't erase that one in my mind that I really have to do something. Or if I see something interesting and it's gonna be added to my let us say content or something, oh, I really have to do it. Because if I pass that one, you get another one coming again, and then I gonna forget that one too.
So how do you deal with negative thoughts? How do you deal with how do you deal with when negative thoughts come in, when fear comes in, when anxiety comes in? How do you manage that? How do you cope with that? And how do you turn that back around into something positive?
I just read that one, honestly, and then it makes I put it as um what do you call that, a creative criticism. That, oh, okay, because he said that one to me, I think I have to make it more, let us say, if I make a bad content and he says like, oh, it's really crap, it's not really that good, that I make it more like interesting and more helpful to others, and more because they, these negative comments or something, maybe they see something that they really don't like, so I have to change it. I have to make it more what you can say, make it more different, that makes them interested to watch again.
Mm. So, what has it been like for you to get on camera and start to create video content? Is that new for you?
No, I have my YouTube channel.
Okay.
I think I have my I have some videos, but when I start doing the videos, really makes me scared because I'm kind of an introvert. It's really hard for me to do the one of my weakest point is public speaking. It's really hard for me to talk to the public, especially when I'm in the office or I'm with my colleague. It's really hard to tell to discuss something, especially when I worked before in Saudi Arabia, and I have new workers that I have to explain them about the project. Something, it's make me shake. It's make me so nervous. Even talking to you right now, I said like to Joanne, I feel nervous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, I mean, are you finding being on video, is that, how is that different from public speaking? I mean, did you know that the biggest fear, and everybody, I wonder if the, everybody knows this or not, but that public speaking is the number one fear that people have more than even dying. That's been that's pretty well known. I don't know what science or what research or what studies have found that. I'm sure you could fact check me, but public speaking is a very, very common fear. So anybody who feels anxiety or fear about speaking, publicly or speaking in front of people, that really is a normal thing. Even I do.
Oh,
Even I do. I mean, and I'd like to just quickly tell you a story that I heard that really helped me, and it's a short one, and it's all about, there were two people that were being interviewed, and one lady was being interviewed, and she was describing some of the things that she felt before she was about ready to go out on stage and speak. And she said, well, I'd get sweaty, palms would start sweating, my stomach would start to get butterflies in it, feel like I had to go to the bathroom, right? I'd start to shake a little bit. And that's how I knew that I was about to have a breakdown. That's how I knew I was about to have a panic attack. And then a famous musician was interviewed. I think it was Bono from U2, the band U2, and somebody asked him, "Hey, how do you feel before you go out on stage?" And he said, "Well, he said my palms start to sweat, you know, I start to get butterflies in my stomach, kind of start feeling like maybe I have to go to the bathroom, right? And and that's how I know I'm alive. And that's how I know I'm ready. And that's how I know I'm going to go out on stage and crush it."
yeah,
Identical symptoms, right? Identical symptoms, but how those symptoms were perceived by that person were totally different. The meaning that they attached to those symptoms and those feelings, right, were totally different. One person had the identical feelings, and that's how she knew she was going to have a breakdown. And then here over here, Bono had the identical feelings, and that's how he knew that he was still alive and he was ready to go out there and rock the stage. And so when I tell that story, What comes up for you? You know, especially in this conversation of manifesting things and attaching meaning to situations and feelings, are you starting to cope with those feelings of anxiety differently now?
Yes, it's totally different now. Before, I was like what you said. I feel like I want to throw up. Want to go to the washroom. I would just want to leave and close my eyes. And when I open, I hope everyone's gone. Something like that. But from time to time, I always thinking like, oh, this is my business. I have to. I have. This is my fear. I have to encounter this one. I have to face it.
Mm.
I have to do something. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like this forever, especially this kind of business. I really have to do this. Yeah, right. We have a lot of fear in our lives. We've been there, but if you're not gonna do something, if you're not gonna change it, you're gonna be like that. You're gonna be stuck.
And be like that forever. It's so true.
Mm,
This is one of the fear and letting fear dominate us
yeah,
is one of the biggest things that is going to lead to our regret throughout life,
true.
because we were afraid of something that most of the time is not even there. It's sort of like being afraid of the boogeyman when you're a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah,
It's like,
that's
I'm afraid of the boogeyman that's under the bed, or I'm afraid of the boogeyman that's in the closet. And, you know, when you're a child, you don't know any better. You really think, gee, maybe there is a boogeyman in the closet that comes out at night. But as an adult, you know, even though we're feeling feelings of being afraid to speak in front of people, we've never gotten really injured or hurt, or our safety has never been jeopardized by actually doing that, right? So
yeah,
it's like it's the same thing with the camera. You know, so many of us, we get so nervous, we get so anxious, we get so fearful of talking into the camera and then pushing post. But I've never, ever, ever in my well over 10 years of doing this, I've never, not one time have I ever heard of anybody's head exploding when they recorded a video and posted online. Not one time have I ever heard of massive internal bleeding happening and somebody dying right on the spot when they, you know what? We might post something and we might get a negative comment. We might have somebody judge us for something. But you know what? The truth of the matter is, in life, people are going to judge us whether we do something or whether we do nothing,
yes, that's true.
right?
Yeah, 100%.
So we might as well just go after it and do what the hell we want, right?
Yes. If we comment some or if we post something and someone or like a hater comment or something bad or even bad or they really don't like us, well, in me, I'm just gonna say like thank you. You noticed me,
Mm,
right? You spent time. You spent time to watch me. Well, that's
mm.
nice, right? Thank you.
I agree, brother. I love
Thank you
that.
so
It's
much.
like, I love that attitude.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I mean, even if you're spewing hate, it's like, thank you for taking the time to
that's
watch.
true, right?
I love it, man. I love it. I love it's so true. It's like we're talking a little bit about manifesting here and in speaking things into action and also acting as if we
Yeah,
are already successful. That's part of manifesting for me.
that's true.
Manifesting for me is not about saying there's a Lamborghini in my driveway, there's a Lamborghini in my driveway. Oh, damn it. Why this stuff
Really?
doesn't work? Why isn't there a Lamborghini in my driveway, right? It's more about acting as if I'm already somebody who drives a lamb. If I want a Lamborghini, for example, it's more about how I carry myself. I
Yeah,
need to act as if I can afford a Lamborghini because my confidence And my self-esteem and the energy that I put out in business deals and on my video and in conversations is going to attract people to want to do business with me. Whereas if I feel like, oh, I'm not really good enough, I don't have a Lamborghini yet, or I'm not really good enough, I don't drive a nice car, I don't live in a nice house, maybe people will listen to me, or maybe I'll have enough credibility when I actually am successful. Well, how do you become successful, right? How do you
Yeah.
bridge the gap? You just have to begin acting as if you're already successful and attracting those things. People pick up on vibrations, they pick up on energy. And if that's too woo woo for you, let me put it in plain English. They pick up on confidence, they pick
Yeah.
up on your levels of happiness and enjoyment. Vibrations and energy also has to do with if I'm happy and I look like I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. If
Mhm.
every video that I record, I'm like, hello, everyone.
No, that's not gonna be good. At first, maybe.
I'm here today to record this video, right? It's like I if I look miserable, if I don't look like I'm having any fun, if I look like I hate what I'm, then that's a vibe that I'm putting out to people. And
Mhm.
people just don't want to be around or listen to somebody who's not having fun, who
Yeah.
doesn't have a little pep in their step, who doesn't have a little bit of confidence. You don't have to be, it doesn't matter about how you look. It doesn't matter about how you sound. It doesn't matter what shirt you're wearing. Doesn't matter if you're heavy, if you're skinny. Doesn't matter if you're black, yellow, purple, blue. Doesn't matter if you're 7 foot tall or if you're 3 foot tall. It matters when somebody looks at you. Are you having fun? Are you enjoying what you're doing? Are you going to continue to have fun despite what they think about it,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Because I have to be able to keep moving and continue to have fun and continue to do what I'm doing, even when the large majority of people who are watching me and following me are not going to buy, are not going to opt in. That's the truth, right?
Yes.
The
True.
large majority of people who come across you on the internet are not going to come onto your list. They're not going to buy anything from you. It's
Mhm.
going to be the small percentage of people that are. And so that means that you have to get accustomed to people not doing what you want them to do and still be confident and happy anyways. And if you do that over time, then people will eventually begin to warm up to you and start to be open to your message because they'll notice that, wow, this person is consistently
System.
being confident and happy and is still doing their thing and going after their goals and dreams even though I haven't said yes yet, right?
Yeah.
And that is attractive, right?
That is true. If you're being consistent and they can see that that's whatever you're doing and it's your passion of doing that one, you're gonna be consistent because you love what you do every day, every morning. To think about what you're gonna do, just oh, I wanna post something that what I feel today. Just post it. If they see you like you're walking around and you're really happy, just do it. They're gonna
People
see you. They're
will
always gonna watch you.
people will respond. You all would be amazed, even if you're miserable. Okay, I want to put this out there to everybody because a lot of this is about personal development and it's about growing into the person that you want to be, that you have the potential to be. So for many of you, you need a mental, emotional, and physical adjustment.
Yes,
Kind
that's
of like when you go to the chiropractor, right? You get a physical adjustment. Well, a lot of us, when we start this journey of entrepreneurship, we need a mental and emotional and sometimes a spiritual adjustment, right?
hundred
And because somebody can't come and crack your neck or push you and magically make you feel better, you have to do this through practice of actually acting happy and acting confident and acting like you don't care if people buy from you or not, that
Yeah.
you don't care if people leave negative comments or not, right? Just like you said a few moments ago, thank them for it. That is the adjustment. And I always call it acting yourself into a new way of thinking, not thinking yourself into a new way of acting.
Yeah.
Thinking yourself into a new way of acting is one of the ways to stay stuck because you're staying stuck in your head. You're not changing anything, you're not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
Whereas, even if you don't believe it, you do it anyways. Eventually, you'll train your mind to believe it, right? And that's
True.
exactly how I got clean from heroin back 15 years ago. Was I didn't believe that I could do it. I didn't believe that I could go through the physical withdrawals. I didn't believe that I could live a life, a productive life. I didn't believe that I could be a productive member of society. I didn't know any different than being homeless and being addicted and just being a hustler and sort of getting by in life. I didn't know any different. But people told me, Dave, act as if you're already clean. Act yourself into a new way of thinking and believing. And that's what I did. Every day I got up and I made myself coffee, right? I got a cup of coffee in the morning like a normal person, right? I would get up, I would use the bathroom, I would take a shower, I
Hmm.
would go to work. Thankfully, my father took me on construction sites. I was about 24 years old. I would go on these construction sites. I would work. It was uncomfortable. I hated it. And then at night, I would go to a recovery meeting and I would show up and I would share and I would listen and I would clean up and I would pick up cigarette butts. I would clean up the floors, pick up chairs, do whatever the hell I had to do. And eventually, I believed after about a month of doing that, that maybe I can do this. Maybe I can stay clean. But that would have never happened if I would have just sat in my house and did nothing and tried to think about what it might be like if one day I could get clean. What comes up for you as I talk about that?
Um, we have a saying that people change all the time, but you have to put it in a nice way. If you want to do something and if you want to be something, you have to focus. You have to listen to those people. You have to watch those people's already in their shoes. You have to act that you already been there. You know what I mean? You have to manifest that. Okay, I have to. I have to do it right now. I'm already doing this right now. Because if you're not gonna change, nothing will happen.
Yeah,
Nothing will happen.
yeah,
You can't stay there forever like that. And I've seen a lot of people. They keep on saying, I've been doing this one for a long time, and I'm still here, and I'm still doing this one." But you have to think also. You have to analyze. Did you change something? Did you do something? Did you try something new? You have to watch other people too. Like, we have also a saying like, maybe I'm like that, being jealous, but in a
mhm,
good way.
yeah,
I'm jealous on doing they reached that one, but I feel jealous. But I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna do it to
yeah.
myself. It reminds
Absolutely.
me.
I think there's a difference between being jealous and being inspired by somebody,
Yeah,
right? It's like that's what they told me when I was getting clean actually 15 years ago. They said, "If you want what I have, do what I
yeah,
do."
yeah.
Right?
True.
That's the only way, and that's what people who had clean time were saying to me. They were saying, "Well, if you want a life, if you want a job, if you want a truck of your own." I didn't have a truck. I had never owned, I had never had a car that, as a matter of fact, I had cars, but I may not have had insurance or a driver's license at certain times, right? Because that's just kind of who I was, right? I was just kind of getting by in life. But they said, if you want to be a productive member of society, Dave, if you want what I have, you have to do what I do. I saw a comment here,
True.
that Chandra said. She said, "I feel like by acting as if I was being profitable, I'm being deceitful." And that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about lying and saying I'm making, I'm assuming that you're in the make money online niche, which is not required here. This information is transferable to any product in any niche. And for those of you who are new, we teach core 4 business models of how to sell information online: courses, coaching, events, and doing affiliate marketing. So keep that in mind. But if you are choosing the make money online niche and you are then looking to show other people and introduce them into, to affiliate marketing or some of these skills or business models to help them make money online, you don't need to brag about making money. You don't need to reveal your own personal bank accounts. This is a huge thing that we're not, that is not what we're talking about here. We are simply talking about delivering value to people, helping them, introducing them to skills like copywriting or building funnels or getting over their fear of being on camera or tapping into their why or balancing their 9 to 5 with a side hustle. We're not talking about showing your bank account. We're not talking about that. Is your personal information, friends. That is your personal business, how much you're making, whether you're making money or not. You do not need to disclose and reveal to everyone the details of every dollar that you are or are not making. I really need you guys to hear this. And we're trying to train and retrain all of our affiliates who are promoting our courses to also remind them that you don't have to share screenshots and talk about how much money you're making every day in order to be successful. You need to learn how to have fun, how to deliver content, just like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I'm not showing anybody my bank account. Nobody knows, not a single person knows exactly how much money that I make because that's my personal business. It's nobody's damn business. And I don't owe an explanation to anybody. I don't need to ask anybody's permission, to start delivering value and creating content online. So we're not talking about lying. We're not talking about being deceitful. We are simply talking about that whatever product in whatever niche you're working in, that you deliver the value. And what is value? Value is edutainment. It's educational and entertaining material. And showing screenshots or talking about how much money you made yesterday, that's not what this is about, especially if you're in the make money online niche. That is not required. I need everybody to really get over that. And that is your own limiting beliefs that you are telling yourself, I need to do this in order to get started. And you are holding yourself back. And I'm giving you a little bit of straight talk right now. I'm trying to do it with some compassion, but I want everybody to realize that there are no rules. You do not need to create a certain type of content in any niche in order to be successful. We are simply talking about being confident in the way that you carry yourself and you deliver your words are more important than the actual words that come out of your mouth. Paulus, what's coming up for you as I say this?
I was thinking, a lot of people thinking maybe, oh, I have to look fancy just in order
Mhm.
to sell myself. No, you don't have to. Like you said, you have to be confident. You have to tell them that you really know what you are doing, and then they will just gonna follow. If you are able to sell something or you sell yourself without being look fancy, then you're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you don't need to be fancy. You don't need to have a I talk about this endlessly all the time about how when I first got started posting videos and marketing online back in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been longer than 10 years for me. I I looked at this. I did the same thing. I looked at the successful people that I found online, and I thought, oh, geez, I need to comb my hair just like them. Let me go ahead and put my hair in a nice part there and make sure. Now, this is no offense to anybody who has a part in their hair. I actually do a nice gentleman's cut if I do ever comb my hair, rarely. Um, But I said, "Ooh, let me do a nice let me do my hair just like them." And I didn't own any collared shirts, but I said, "Ooh, he's wearing a collared shirt. Let me go out and get a collared shirt." And so I got on camera and I'm sitting there like, like a somebody who's not me, right? And I'm like, "Hi, I'm David." You know, and it just wasn't me. It wasn't me.
No.
And in the moment that I threw all that out the window, and I'll tell you what, I was afraid to tell my story, and I was afraid that people were going to find out I was a recovering addict and that I'd been homeless, and I had been arrested before because of my drug addiction, and I was a high school dropout and all this other stuff. And one day I'm walking my dog. Had a beautiful pit bull, who he just passed away last year, but his name was King, and I was walking him around and I was listening to audios. I was listening to audios, just like I hope all of you are listening to Wake Up Legendary when you can. We have these recordings all on podcasts and everything, and maybe some of you are walking around listening to us right now. But I was walking around walking my dog, and I was listening to this guy named Jeffrey Combs, and he told his story about alcoholism and being a recovering alcoholic and all this stuff, and I'm like, holy shit, right? This guy's being real, man. This guy's talking about his struggles. He's turning his mess into a message. It didn't really make sense or compute for me back then, but what did hit me right in the heart was the fact that he was being vulnerable, he was being himself. He was just talking about real stuff. And that day I went home, and we didn't have live back then. You couldn't just go live on Facebook or TikTok. You had to like schedule an actual webinar through this service called GoToWebinar. And I had a webinar that I was doing, right? I was going live. Now, the majority of the time when I did a webinar, nobody showed up, right? Nobody actually showed up. And hold on a second. And so I went home and I delivered this webinar, and I told my story for the first time. And I didn't do the part, I didn't comb my hair. I didn't, I threw the collared shirt out the window. I just was in a regular t-shirt, whatever. And I was more in my element. And I also, I was more honest. I was more transparent. I was more vulnerable. And I turned my struggles into my strengths that day. I turned my mess into a message. I told people why I was doing this. And immediately after that, I closed the computer, and I ran away from the desk thinking, oh my God, I'm going to scare people away. Right. And I came back after a little while, and I had made more sales from that event than anything I'd ever done. And that was a light bulb moment for me, realizing that I need to be myself. I need to find my message. I need to find my style. And a lot of times the more comfortable we are, the more confident we can be, right? If you're dressed in clothes that you're not familiar with, or you're not feeling comfortable, then you're probably not going to be confident. But when you throw on whatever maybe it's a nice suit for you, or maybe it's just a t-shirt and flip-flops, and you're feeling flexible and comfortable, and you're feeling like you're more yourself, you're more
Yourself.
confident, right? How are you loosening up, and how are you finding more of your authentic voice through this process?
At first, I was kind of thinking, yeah, I'm just gonna follow what these people doing. I'm just gonna copy them exactly what they're doing. But as along the road, I was thinking like it has to be natural. It has to be me. You know what I mean? Because I'm selling myself. I'm not selling them. So all the way, all along, I'm just kind of feel confident on my own voice. Before I was just using others' voice, and now I can able to speak, and I can able to do my own content, and I can even show. I just be whatever. I just be in the camera, whatever I wear, but not to the thing that not supposed to be wearing like that. But like early morning, and oh hey guys, how are you? I'm Paul. How are you? I'm just drinking my coffee. I'm in my pajamas. I just want to tell you. I just want to show you that I'm working, even if I'm at home. Even if or whatever I want to wear, I can do it. You don't have to be fancy. That's like that. Just be natural. because that's what the people wants to know, if you are really enjoy, and if you are really, you like what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's nothing worse than walking into a store, for example, and just, you know, in dealing with somebody who's miserable, right? I mean, you come into a restaurant, you sit down, right? And the person walks over and they're like, "What do you want to drink?" It's like, shit, like, damn, you feel those vibes, man. You
Yeah,
feel that energy, and for a lot of us, we really need to tap into our inner child here, and we need to learn how to play again. We need to learn how to be playful. So many of us, as we grow into our adulthood, life is very serious, and it is very serious. I mean, for God's
it's
sakes, we just went through a freaking pandemic.
yeah,
I mean, we lost many of us. Most of us, if not all of us, know somebody that passed away from this damn pandemic. I know several people. The two owners of my daughter's previous dance studio passed away from this thing. Um, People lost jobs. People lost their taste, lost their smell, and every single day, my friends, we see tragedy. Bad things happen in this world, right? And sometimes that weighs on us. We lose people. Somebody passes away, a tragedy happens, a car accident, some sort of mistake we make, and we have some sort of financial destruction. We have a health incident, and we have a financial tragedy inside of our life, right? We lose our home, right? Something happens to one of our children. All of these things are the bad things that happen in life. We get jobs. We have to go into work. We realize we have a mental illness, and oh my gosh, now I have to deal with that, right? But at least I know, right? Some of us are dealing with an addictive personality, and we have to manage that, and it's an additional thing in our lives. Some of us struggle with depression. But all of these things are heavy, serious, hard things that happen in life. And over time, as we become adults, right, we lose our playfulness. We lose our ability to be able to dream and to be creative
that's
and
true.
to fantasize and to imagine and to, as my children, my young children do, pretend, right? That playfulness, that pretending, that imagination, that creativity. And so suddenly we're now in the business of marketing. This is marketing, and marketing is all about creativity. It's all about playfulness. It's all about imagination. It's all about pushing the boundaries, taking risks, doing things different, uh, doing things that are going to be memorable for people. When somebody listens to your video or watches your video, that you do something, say something, or have a certain type of energy, or you say something that's valuable and creative that just sticks with them, that they want more of. And because we are so trained as adults to be so serious, and because life is hard and is serious, we lose that playfulness and that creativity. Is this helping you to develop some of that playfulness back and tap a little bit more into your inner child and not take yourself so seriously, my friend?
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, because when we are young, we don't care anything. We don't know about how serious life is. So it's really helped me when I started doing this business. Like, people are looking for something that they could um do something, and if they see you that you are happy, that you love what you are doing, they get curious, like, how happy you are, like, are you really like what you're doing? And then they was thinking like, oh, I want to see more of you.
Mm,
Why are you so happy, and why are you so consistent, like that? Because I don't know, maybe a lot of people are so, the world is really sad, that what, like what you said.
yeah.
So maybe they are looking for something that they could do, or to change their lives. So Maybe if they see you always happy and thinking what drives you to do this and what makes you always smiling like that. So yeah,
Yeah, a simple
I think it's
smile.
yeah. I feel emotional right now.
Yeah, man, because, we are emotional people,
Yeah,
you
we are.
know?
You are
And
people. We are human.
yeah, we're emotional. I mean, and that's the powerful thing is that we can actually share these emotions, this happiness, this excitement, this playfulness. One of the most important things is at the beginning of you starting your journey here online and you're ready, or at least, even if you don't feel ready, it's time to start creating content. It's time to start filming that first video. It's important to tap into that new energy
Yeah.
because whenever you're starting something new, similar to when you're going into a new relationship and you're in that honeymoon phase, right? It's important to capitalize on the positivity and the energy and the playfulness and the creativity and just the excitement that you have at the beginning of this journey. Tap into that in your videos, tap into that in your content. If you're feeling anxious, right, you can transform that energy into excitement and share that with people. That is how, for me, I've coped with my anxiety over the past 12 years, is that when I'm feeling anxious about something, I record a video, right? I turn that anxiety that I'm feeling, I just pick up the damn phone and I just start recording and I start talking. And what I find is when I start to record, that energy comes out, and the majority of the time it comes out as excitement, and it inspires people. And guess what? It also benefits me
And you're
because
surprised you did it.
yeah, you're like, where the hell did that energy come from, right? I was listening to Jeff Bezos talk one time. This is a clip that you can find online. Probably type in Jeff Bezos dealing with anxiety. And Jeff Bezos says, I really don't have any anxiety, or if I do, it doesn't last for long because anytime I have anxiety, it's usually because I'm procrastinating about something. I'm
Yeah.
not taking action on something that I know I need to take action on. So if I'm feeling anxious, what I'll do is I will do the first step of whatever needs to be done. For example, if I'm feeling anxious about getting started creating content, marketing, and posting videos online, I'll just record the video and post the first video. If I'm feeling anxious about moving forward or kicking a project off, then I'll just shoot the first email off and I'll start the communication about it and get the ball rolling on something. If I'm feeling anxious about reaching out to somebody, I'll just send them a text message and I'll just say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, was thinking about you, hoping that we can get together soon. How's your week been going?" Just taking the first step. A lot of times, our anxiety comes from the thought of doing the whole thing. And it's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to eat that entire elephant? When, as Jeff Bezos said, the way that you deal with the anxiety of eating an elephant is just you take the first bite as fast as you can and you get the ball rolling. So that anxiety turns into excitement, that you've got the ball rolling, and then it turns into confidence and it turns into self-esteem because no longer are people waiting on you, or are no longer you are waiting on you, but now you've put the ball in other people's court and you're waiting on them to respond. I also have a pet peeve. Nobody waits on David, right? And I'm not always perfect at this. I may have a lot of things going on at any time, but I try to not have people waiting on me for things, or not have things sit on my to-do list for too long. At least get the ball rolling because it dissipates, it alleviates that anxiety, and I'm able to transform sort of like energy. You know, how we turn coal into energy, or wind into energy, or nuclear stuff into energy. Our body can do the same thing by taking those feelings of rage or
Yes.
anger or sadness or anxiety, and turning that into passion and turning that into excitement. Are you finding yourself able to do that as well? You're doing it right now, as a matter of fact, right, Paolo? You're
I think
here,
so.
Paulus. You're here, and you were nervous, and now you're feeling other emotions, excitement, and you just said that you were feeling some other emotions. I
Yeah.
feel like what I'm saying is happening for both of us right now in this moment.
Wow. Yeah, that's true. And I want to make an addition on this one. I guess it always reminds me of something that I watched before, and always in my brain, like in my mind. If you want to be somebody, if you want to be somewhere, you have to pay attention. You have to wake up. You have to pay attention and listen now and act now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This has been really this has been really fun, Hollis. This has been very enjoyable. Look at that beautiful smile on you, my friend.
You have to you have to keep that smile always in your face, whether on and off on the camera, because it will always attract good thing, positiveness. Don't let the negative attract you. You have to be the one to attract the negative and turns into the positive.
Yeah.
And people will stay around you.
Yeah, brother. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. I love it. I'm inspired by you, man. I'm
I'm
inspired by
inspired
you.
by you first.
I'm inspired by you, brother. I'm just blessed to be in your presence this morning, and I'm really, really grateful for your time this morning, and pushing through those feelings of nervousness, and showing up here this morning to deliver this wonderful energy that you've given us this morning. This wonderful excitement, beautiful smile, and your love story as well.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm thankful to be here too, David.
Well, what advice would you have given yourself, knowing what you know now, when you first got started?
My first advice to them is be natural, be yourself, and if you want to do something that you really love to, do it. And you can put that one everything into a content that you are trying to make. If you have any ideas right now that pops up in your mind, do it right away. Because if you keep that one, I'm gonna do it later or tomorrow, it will gonna pass, and then you
Mm,
have to think another idea again. So once if something's pop out, do it now. Don't wait too long.
mm.
Hmm.
For you, brother, I'm putting on the old hat here. This is the one that I've. Some of you wonder what the hell happens to these hats that I absolutely abuse. They become abused. They become abused. But I got this one hanging right up here. It's got the insides that are falling out of it. But brother, I just get so excited. I got to throw something. I mean, I get so inspired and so excited talking to you and talking to other people in this community. I feel so blessed. I feel so grateful to be in your presence this morning, and I'm really, really excited for your journey, and I'm really excited to support you every step of the way, brother, because this is something that I get just as much benefit from this, from you being here, from talking to you, as you all get from hearing from me. I know I'm getting more. I'm getting way more because there's more of you. There's you, and there's 350 people that are listening to this right now, and so
Wow.
I get a lot of I get a lot I get so much from this, and that's been the biggest lessons that I've taken away from my career here as an online marketer, is that as much as I think this is about me getting value, or me needing to deliver value to other people, if I just keep showing up and listening, as you just said a moment ago, and I just keep up, and I come with a humble mindset, I come ready to serve, I come ready to just do whatever I need to do in order to try to help people and be of service that day, and try to just make a positive change in people's lives through delivering value and helping them with whatever problem I've set out to help. I end up being the beneficiary of that, because it feeds and fuels my heart, and it fuels my spirit, and it fills me up with joy. And that is the way to become genuinely happy, right? To where
Yeah.
you aren't feeling like you need to fake it until you make it, right? That is how you become genuinely excited and passionate, when you realize how much you get helped from helping other people and from being of service. And that's exactly how I view every morning. And I especially view this morning with you, my dear friend. And so come back and see me. Keep me posted on your journey, will you?
Sure, I will.
Okay, Palace. So much love to you and your wife. Appreciate you. Stay legendary, my friend. And I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, bye bye.
Bye.
All right, my friends, you can go and follow Paul. He's going here on TikTok at Paul dot Cipriano. That may be the wrong pronunciation. I'm going to spell it out for you. Cipriano. Okay. He's on TikTok. He's also on YouTube on that same handle. Okay. So you can find him over on TikTok and YouTube at Paul dot Cipriano. And please, my dear friends, go follow my friend. Go follow Paulus, and let's lift him up. Let's support him. Let's learn from him as he continues to learn from us and to send his positive, wonderful, beautiful energy back to us. This is what this community is all about. And my friends, have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed Tuesday. We will see you back here tomorrow, as always, for another episode. Stay legendary, my friends. Get out of here. Peace.